sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They run with Hines. Luka Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
Bring up 48. Hey, we're good, we're good.
Now Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Hey, 21G.
In motion, Slayton. Now Tua. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score.
With the score, Eagles 9, Cowboys 7.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Cousins. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd down and a yard.
Turbo 1 hard. 20 TX.
Tua going to throw. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darius Slayton, 56 yards. And the Cowboys are once again back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5.
Eagles 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, steamer.
Throwing is Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 30 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Watch it, Oscar.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in his first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He gets it to Cooks. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
On play action, here's Tua. Cooks full extension, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd and 8.
21G.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action, now it's Tua. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darius Slayton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
He's got a man complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Tua going to change the play. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And going deep for Hill. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Cover one high, cover one high. Solo left Zion, solo left Zion. Hey.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Now they'll change things up.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2 now on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down.
There he goes, left side. Now he's loose again. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, an even 90 yards. And the Eagles have cut the lead back down to 2. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
In motion, Slayton. 1st down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Solo left Zion.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Tua going to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And they get this only to about the 30 lead as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Cameron Latu
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to the...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. They're going to get
Tyler Lockett. Nice move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
Great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, will not allow him to cut upfield.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
That's who is going to change things up.
On 2nd down, Tua.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They hand off to their big tight end, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cameron Latu, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. They'll try to run with Swift.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
46, Eagles 32.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Cousins on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Eagles. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game, challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. If you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Back to throw is Tua.
And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Cousins to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That is intercepted.
And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown!
Hollywood, Marquise Brown.
A 9-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Tua. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's second down. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Right back to Swift again on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And now they'll shift things around. Now Tua.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here's first down.
Now Cousins.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On second down, Swift.
And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Got some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. To throw is Tua. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. And would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
Well, here's your ball game. 1 second to play.
One last shot now for Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. so for Dallas.
They run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.